Snark Squad. Babes, welcome back. This one is for the gals, the guys, the gays, and the days. Cheers to you, babes, because we are inclusive. We are here for everyone.
Clinking my glass to that, honestly. Like, cheers to us for just making it to the mics today.
Literally. And babes, for anyone watching the video feed, yes, we are drinking pink sangria.
Highly poured pink sangria.
Heavily poured. I'm not apologizing. And yes, we are wearing the absolute best lace front wigs we could find on Amazon.
The absolute best spun plastic money can buy.
Because, babes, we wanted to look regal. We wanted to feel like queens today. I am fully serving the fantasy.
I mean, I am slightly skeptical about how close this synthetic fiber on my head can safely get to a ring light, but I am committed to the bit. I really am.
You look stunning. You really do. But before we get into the sequins of the lip syncs and the absolute chaos of the finale,
About that dramatic pause, what are we unpacking?
we need to talk catfishes.
Oh, wow. Okay, we are just pivoting hard right into the trauma. Let me take a sip.
Because Bade's dating in 2026 is a fucking trash fire. It's an absolute wasteland.
It is the Mariana Trench of dating apps out there. It really is.
Right. And we've both been in the trenches. So, like, I need you to just lay out your worst one. Spill it.
Oh, I will. Because a catfish isn't just a lie, right? It's a masterclass in, like, psychological manipulation.
It's an illusion.
Exactly. And looking back, the red flags in my own experience were so bright, they could have guided a Boeing 747 in a blizzard.
Wait, I need the messy details. How did it start?
Okay, so we match on one of those premium apps, you know, the ones that supposedly weed out scammers.
Supposedly.
Yeah, right. So the photos were impeccable, actually too impeccable. Like, every single photo was perfectly cropped right at the collarbone.
Oh, the collarbone crop. Classic.
Always. And heavily filtered with that weird golden hour lighting. Plus, there were 0 group shots, which is strike one. Like, if you don't have a photo with a friend's face awkwardly blurred out, who even are you?
You're a literal phantom. You have to prove you exist in the physical realm.
Right. But the illusion was so good. The banter was phenomenal, like Aaron Sorkin, fast-paced, witty dialogue. So we moved to text, right?
Yeah.
We're talking for weeks, hours a day. And then we hit the classic hurdle, the video chat.
The ultimate test.
The gauntlet. Every single time we try to FaceTime, it is a technological disaster of epic proportions.
No.
Yes, like, oh, my webcam is suddenly broken, or, oh, the Wi-Fi in my luxury apartment is down because of a localized freak storm.
A localized storm. Be serious.
My phone camera shattered on marble. Like, I felt like I was dating an IT crisis manager.
So broken camera is the oldest trick in the book.
How long did you let this carry on?
I am so embarrassed to admit this to you and to the Snark Squad, but 3 solid months.
3 months.
3 months of intense text-based emotional bonding. And then the sudden emergencies started, like, my rescue dog swallowed a luxury watch and needs emergency surgery in Switzerland.
Watch in Switzerland. Babe, the script they were writing for you was unhinged. Total soap opera. But you know how it ended. The illusion finally broke because of a cup of coffee.
Right, why?
I reverse image searched a very specific photo of a latte they sent me. They claim they were at a local cafe. It was a stock image
Stop it right now.
from a Pinterest board titled Cozy Autumn Mornings.
No, not the Pinterest stock photo. That is so humiliating.
Right. So I confronted them with a side-by-side screenshot, no words, just the evidence. They blocked me on every single platform within 30 seconds.
Whoa. Efficient.
I almost respected the hustle of the block. But yeah, an entire fabricated reality just to live in it for 3 months.
See, that is wild. That is the classic romantic delusion catfish. But I have a confession.
Oh boy. You're looking off into the middle distance. What did you do?
I have a story that makes your Pinterest coffee look completely normal. A story I've literally never told before.
Okay, setting the scene. We love an exclusive.
Years ago, I was living in Italy.
Oh, Lizzie McGuire era. I see the vision.
Exactly. Eating pasta, wandering Florence. And I got catfished. But not for romance. Babes, I got catfished by someone who wanted to start a business with me.
Wait, what? A business catfish? Is that a thing?
Yes. And, babes, this went on for like a whole year.
A year.
A full calendar year. We connected on this expat forum. They claimed to be a high-level logistics coordinator in Milan.
Okay, chic.
We started messaging about exporting vintage European clothing. We were going to revolutionize the market. We had Google spreadsheets.
You had spreadsheets with a phantom.
So many spreadsheets. And Skype audio calls, because of course their camera never worked due to corporate firewalls.
Truly.
Bestie, we drafted a 40-page business plan. 40 pages.
Mm-hmm.
We argued over international shipping tariffs. We picked out Pantone colors for the logo.
You were doing graphic design with a ghost.
We had heated arguments over whether the business card should be eggshell or ecru. I was fully delusional. I was scouting physical warehouse spaces outside of Florence.
I am fascinated. This level of corporate delusion I have never encountered. How did it end? When did the illusion shatter?
Well, it was time to sign the LLC paperwork with the Italian government. Suddenly, family emergency in Malta.
Yeah.
Then their identity got stolen in a massive corporate hack. Just hurdle after hurdle.
Let me guess. They needed you to wire them money for the legal fees.
Here's the twist. The absolute mind-bending twist. They never sent a request for money. Not a single dime.
Wait, what?
They never sent an invoice.
Yeah.
Never asked for a wire transfer. Nothing.
Yeah.
And I still, to this day, spiral, trying to figure out what they were getting from the whole thing.
I am utterly confused. The entire architecture of a scam is financial. To just role-play as an entrepreneur for a year, to demand free labor via spreadsheets.
Right. Who has that kind of time? Were they just playing The Sims, but with my actual life?
It is a psychological thriller, honestly.
It was so humiliating. But, growth moment. Cheers to growth.
Clinking to that.
Because, babes, we have grown. We are in our 30s now, and we can recognize online dating and online networking, apparently, for the trash fire that it is.
Exactly. Protect your peace and your business plans. But speaking of things that are completely cracked and broken and in need of repair, we need help.
Oh, no.
Snark Squad, I need an intervention right now. Because I am dealing with super insanely dry skin. It is a crisis.
Oh, babe, you have been complaining about this all week in the group chat. You do look a little dusty.
Dusty. I am shedding like a reptile. My moisture barrier is completely compromised. I am drowning myself in a vino, buying the massive cubs and basting myself like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Have you tried drinking water?
I am drinking literal gallons. I bought one of those giant pastel jugs that yells at you to drink every hour. It's so condescending.
Keep going.
You're almost there. I have a 7-step routine. Nothing works. This is just my skin type now. Am I destined to look like cracked parchment?
Okay, hear me out. Have you tried beef tallow?
Excuse me?
Beef tallow. I saw this girl on TikTok.
Stop right there. I am not rubbing rendered cow fat on my face. We are not in the 1800s. Do you have peer-reviewed science for that?
It's ancestral.
Yeah.
It's natural. Or, wait, what about slugging? Have you tried going to sleep looking like a glazed donut?
With Vaseline?
Yes. You seal it all in with Aquaphor. It traps the moisture.
I am an aggressive side sleeper. If I slug, my silk pillowcases become a biohazard zone of petroleum jelly. I need real hydration.
Okay, well, Snark Squad, drop your holy grail moisturizers in the comments for my dusty bestie here.
Please. Help me.
But hey, speaking of constructing a flawless outer layer and serving an absolute illusion, let's seamlessly transition into the main event.
Oh, that was a good pivot.
Thank you.
Let's get into the Drag Race Season 18 grand finale recap. Because, babes, we are avid fans and we are dying to tell you what happened.
We have so much to unpack.
Grab your sangria. Let's start with just our overall unfiltered hot takes on Season 18 as a whole before we even hit the finale stage. I have thoughts. Look, critically, the cast was top tier, incredibly talented. But the production, it genuinely felt like an AI bot was producing the show this year.
Yes, it felt so calculated.
The pacing was weird. The challenges were baffling. Like, they just fed past seasons into ChatGPT.
I am still harboring deep grievances over the lack of a ball challenge. How do you not have a ball challenge? It's a staple. You have to present 3 looks.
It separates the actual artists from the girls who just brought a big budget.
Exactly. And instead, we got that weird AI art mini challenge.
Oh, don't get me started. Making actual physical artists compete with AI-generated art.
Dystopian.
And the Karen acting challenge. Pure cringe. My skin was crawling. And bringing back RDR Live, the SNL knockoff. Wow.
Nobody asked for it.
Nobody. But I will say, despite the weird production, I actually love the vibes of the cast. It was very kumbaya, very best friend race.
See, this is where we disagree.
I loved the positivity. No forced marriage chat trauma dumping, just queens who genuinely liked each other.
I was bored.
You're so toxic. I am. I want reality TV. I wanted some old school villain drama. I want someone to steal a contour palette and lie about it. When everyone is just endlessly supportive, where are the stakes?
I mean, I guess they're just terrified of the fandom sending death threats, so they self-edit.
Exactly. It makes for sleepy television. But anyway, let's talk about the finale night. The runway return of the eliminated queens.
The best part of the night. The ultimate look what you missed out on parade.
We had the whole lineup. Didi Fuego, Mandy Mango, Briar Blush, Tiara Mist.
Lita Von Tessa star, Mia Star, Athena Dion, Kenya Pleaser.
Discord Adams, Jane Don't, and Juicy Love Dion. Let's rapid fire. We have to talk about Mia Star.
The glow up of the century. She looked incredible. That fully crystallized stoned gown. She clearly went home, booked some gigs, got a budget, and said, eat my critiques.
Best she has ever looked. And we have to give a massive shout out to Juicy Love Dion, returning as the queen of She Already Done Had Hearses after winning that lip sync Lollapalooza twist.
Oh my God, she walked out wearing that secondary crown, and she looked so vindicated. She dominated that sudden death bracket.
She fought tooth and nail for that.
So the stage is set, the queens are back, and then Rupaul performs Mother of the House.
Classic Ru. Minimal choreography, maximum face. She just points and lets 20 backup dancers do backflips around her. It's a great energy conservation strategy.
It totally works. But the part right after that, the herstory lesson. Babes, I actually got emotional.
It was very well done. Delivered by Raja, Kimchi, and Bob the Drag Queen.
Beautifully done. They highlighted these legendary figures, like William Dorsey Swann.
And massively important.
Born into slavery, and by the 1880s became the first person to dub themselves a queen of drag.
Yeah.
Throwing secret balls, fighting back against the police in the 1880s. The courage is mind-blowing.
Truly. And Jose Sarria, the first openly gay candidate for public office in 1961, performing in full drag to encourage people to be proud.
And Mother Swallow Sabrina, organizing national drag pageants in the 60s.
It felt so urgent, right? The season's tagline was keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
And this tied into that perfectly. In a time where drag is under attack, knowing your history is the resistance. It anchored the whole finale.
Goosebumps. Literally goosebumps. But okay, let's pivot to the actual competition. The solo performances format.
The Great Equalizer. Everyone gets an original track with Leyland, backup dancers, and a massive set. Let's break down Darlene Mitchell first. Her track, Cookin' with Gas.
Oh, Darlene. I gush over her. From bedroom queen to fan favorite. The performance was this country square dancing, drashy, fabulous dream.
Very brand accurate. But let's be snarky for a second. We have to be honest.
Oh no, here it comes.
Darlene cannot dance a lick. She just can't. The choreography was so dumbed down for her. She was basically doing a rhythmic two-step while the dancers did splits to distract us.
That is shade. Factual shade, but shade.
Was a choreographed final challenge unfair to her, though? Her strength is off-the-cuff charm. Putting her in a timed musical number neutralizes her superpower.
I see that. It's like asking a comedian to win a painting competition. But she sold it with her face. And honestly, the cutest moment was her acknowledging her husband in the audience.
Yes, very wholesome.
And his drag nickname is literally Trash. Darlene and Trash. That is so chaotic and perfect. I love them.
Deeply wholesome. Okay, second finalist, Myki Meeks. Versatile. Let's talk about the interview segment first.
So polished.
If I had to hear her say she went from drag ingenue to leading lady one more time, I was going to throw my sangria at the TV. It felt heavily rehearsed.
Pageant polished for sure. But the performance, you can't deny it. Musical theater meets heavy, slutty innuendos.
She nailed it. Because here's the truth. Myki is the only one left who can actually sing live. And well,
Yes.
she hit every note while doing tough choreo. She proved why Ru loves that reliable professional theater kid energy.
Total professional. And my wholesome alert for Myki when they showed her dad in the audience, beaming with pride, I was crying real tears. We need that representation on TV.
It was a great, unproduced moment. All right, final solo. Nini Coco. Stimuli.
The stakes were so high for Nini. Barely survived getting here. 3 consecutive bottom 2 placements.
The math was not mathing for her to be a frontrunner, but her performance. An office set pop banger.
Early 2000s, Britney Office Fantasy.
And she co-wrote it with Troye Sivan's collaborator, which is why it sounded like an actual chart hit.
She completely obliterated the other 2 in this round. Sharp, perfect pop star choreo. She really showed her scientific brain and a clear POV.
She understood the assignment, overwhelmed them with production value. And can we be unprofessional for a second?
Always.
We were spiraling in the group chat over how incredibly hot Nini's boyfriend was in the audience.
I paused the TV. I took a blurry photo of my screen. Nini has impeccable taste in men. Respect.
The camera lingered on him for a suspiciously long time. Production knew what they were doing.
100%. So then we get to the awards. They give Miley Cyrus the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Following Bob Mackie, Elvira.
And Miley's quote, "This makes the Grammys look cheap," I howled.
Perfect soundbite. She gets the camp. But then right after that, the gag of the season, Miss Congeniality.
Jane don't takes it. I gasped. I literally choked on my sangria.
Everyone thought Vita Von Tessie Star was getting this. Everyone. Even Jane was shocked.
Her quote, "Congeniality is not something the women in my family generally aspire to."
Such a weird storyline. Jane was the Matsy Challenge record holder, shockingly eliminated right before the finale, the upset of the year, and now she gets Miss Congeniality.
It felt like an apology trophy from the producers because they realized they messed up her edit.
The ultimate consolation prize. But hey, it comes with a check, so good for Jane.
Get paid, Jane. Okay, babes, moving into segment 1. Crown-worthy energy. Who ate the finale? Let's debate this.
I'm ready.
I am taking the stance that Nini Coco devoured that individual performance. If we are judging just finale night, Nini showed up with pop star precision. She wiped her bottom 2 slate clean.
I hear you, but no. Snark Squad, listen to the analytics. Myki had the polished, well-rounded energy that Ru loves, plus the live vocals. That is undeniable winner energy.
Okay, fine. But when Ru revealed the top 2 cutting Darlene down, my heart broke.
The music stopped.
Did Darlene deserve top 2 based on charisma and fan love? Or was she rightfully cut for her lack of dancing?
Analytically, she was rightfully cut. You can't put someone doing a 2-step against trained dancers in a final lip-sync battle. It would have been a massacre. Ru saved her the embarrassment.
I hate that you're right. She'll make millions touring, but she couldn't win that battle. Okay, segment 2. Runway ranking. Hits and misses. Be dramatic.
Hit Darlene's ridiculous trashy campfest look, recycled denim and rhinestone fringe. It took talent to make something that tacky look that expensive.
Mall drag at Paris Fashion Week. Another hit. Discord Adams safety pin look. A massive structural gown held together by giant forged safety pins. Punk and elevated.
Okay, debate time. Miss Menini's final look.
I loved it.
The headpiece was fine, but we need to roast the middle section. That bodysuit was wonky. It bunched at the waist. In drag, proportion is the illusion, and if it breaks at the waist, it fails.
You are so ruthless. Okay, a miss for me. Vita Von Tessie Star's weird cape thing. It was a velvet shroud that swallowed her up. It wore her.
Total miss. And safe. My chickies dress.
Aggressively safe.
Yeah.
It looked exactly like her promo look. I wanted to reveal not the same silhouette in a different color.
Smart strategy to not land on the worst dress list, but it doesn't win fashion icon.
Segment 3. Most iconic moment. What will we never forget?
What's your pick?
Nini Coco, using her handbag as a literal puppet to avoid lip-syncing the rap verse in the final battle. Pure camp ingenuity.
It was a brilliant, desperate save. But my pick, my Heki's Snatch Game legacy.
Yeah, well.
Her Drew Barrymore was so accurate that the real Drew Barrymore invited my Heiki onto her talk show, and Myki showed up in full Drew drag. That is cultural impact.
Transcending the reality TV bubble. I can't argue with that. Which brings us to segment 4. Who should have won? Did they get it right?
The final lip sync. Miley Cyrus, every girl you've ever loved.
Nini went in polished, heavy stunts, hitting splits.
Did it feel like she was performing this specific rock ballad or just doing a generic stunt routine? There was a disconnect.
Valid critique. Whereas Myki connected to the gritty emotion, that slow-motion pirouette at the bridge. Flawless.
Even if she let her wig get in her face too much. But the debate is track record versus the final night.
Right.
I stand for track record. Myki won 4 challenges, 3 back-to-back. Nini had 3 recent bottom 2s. You can't mathematically ignore Myki's dominance. She had to win.
But let me throw corporate synergy at you. The $200,000 prize includes an Anastasia Beverly Hills makeup collab. ABH makes way more sense for Nini's editorial aesthetic than Myki's traditional theater look. From a branding perspective, Nini made more sense.
Fascinating point. But Rupaul isn't crowning a brand ambassador. She's crowning a superstar. And Myki's quote, "The Meeks, she'll inherit the crown."
So corny, but perfect for her. So we agree. Myki is a talented winner with massive talent, closing the book on an oddly paced season.
I am satisfied.
Babes, wrap-up time. We survived the finale glam, the pink sangria, our catfish trauma, and the chaotic queen energy.
My skin is still dry, but my reality TV soul is fed.
Snark Squad, who's your winner? Did Nini get robbed?
And have you ever been catfished? Drop your trauma in our DMs. Did they pretend to be a logistics coordinator?
And babes, are we done with dating apps or what?
I'm moving to a convent.
Rate, review, and subscribe. Send submissions. Send this to your most iconic friend.
Thank you to the Snark Squad.
But before we go, a final provocative thought. Are we entering an era where track records don't matter and production just chooses who fits the corporate brand collaborations best? Or is Drag Race finally rewarding pure talent over forced trauma storylines?
The defining thesis of modern reality TV right there.
Stay shady. Stay iconic.
And we'll see you on the Snark Side.